Holy Dick Cheney? I said Cheney.
I was looking into darkness for something to hold on. Found you when you were so broken.
Woo! Rise and shine, guys. It's LegendBTV here. And have I really been asleep for the length of 142,378 burger chews? I think so, yeah, like about 142,378. 6 days have passed, I haven't uploaded, and I apologize for that, guys. I just wanted to say, yeah, the reason why I haven't, though, is because for, like, quite a bit now, I actually have been working on a single that I have been, like, working on. And the problem is, I've just had some problem with, like, editing and mixing and everything like that, but I am, you know, slowly learning how to do it. I cannot wait to announce it, and it's hopefully going to be great. So, here we go, though, with the LegendBTV scheduled program. What are we talking about today? We're talking about the network, TeenNick. Ooh boy, this is a great topic because, you know, obviously I have watched TeenNick probably since I was like, I first heard of TeenNick when I was 5, actually. Yeah, all the way back in the day. And ever since then, I've watched TeenNick from time to time, ever since up till like now. So, and this video is about the rise and fall of TeenNick to its current position now, because I do feel like, you know, the network, I wouldn't say really it's, you know, gone downhill, rather than it's just became, once again, another irrelevant network that just has kind of almost no reason to exist, especially for reasons that I'm about to get to. So, yeah, if that sounds good to you, you know what I'm saying, strap in. I just did a double strap. Wow. Look at that. Toned. Stella! Yes. Okay, so. Yeah. Oh, I just did some, like, Surfer Man stuff. Woo. Football! Let's go. So, yeah, if that all sounds good to you, you know what I'm saying, please subscribe, leave a like, you know what I'm saying, tons more content coming soon, and obviously I will try not to wait 6 days to upload the next video. Yeah, that was just because I have been doing a lot of work on, you know, writing, recording the single, and all that fun stuff. It's so much fun! But yeah, on to the topic. So according to Wikipedia, the internet's most reliable website, always, apparently TeenNick has been around for so long. I mean, TeenNick is older than me. Apparently it was launched in 2001, and I was like, yo, I didn't know that, but yeah. Formerly called TeenNick. I mean, look at that, TeenNick. And as you all know, TeenNick is all about, basically, teenagers. It's all about the lives of just adolescent kids, and they are, you know, going through, you know, junior high, high school, middle school, and, you know, there's a lot of, like, shows revolving just comedies about that, and there's a lot of shows that really delve more on the serious side of that topic. I think it was a great balance of those kind of shows. And occasionally, like back in the day, it said on Wiki that they did have, like, cartoons, and, you know, there are some cartoons on TeenNick nowadays, too. You know, you go to your NickRewind, they call it now. It used to be called 90s or all that. I like that name better, but whatever, okay. In general, like, yeah, TeenNick has been a channel that I just thought was, like, really interesting. I love, like, obviously a lot of those live action shows. I still love them to this day. Obviously, I still love a lot of those shows, and I think they are funny, so shoot me, okay? They weren't rebranded as TeenNick until 2009, so, like, before then, they had all kinds of, like, name changes, you know, TV station move-arounds. They had a whole bunch of different nicknames. So, yeah, they didn't really become TeenNick until that time. So where am I going with the irrelevancy factor of this video? Like, what am I, you know, what's my point in talking about TeenNick? You know what I'm saying? Because ick, bro, but no. Like, what is my point in this? Well, honestly, I've watched this network go from something that I thought used to be, like, really entertaining and enjoyable to going to a network that is just pretty much on autopilot at this point. One, I mean, this might be personal bias, but I know they do have to keep up with the times, so, like, they put, like, recent Nick shows that have, like, ended or whatever, or they always would switch out shows for, like, newer, recent shows. And, you know, back in the day, I wouldn't have a problem with that because, you know, obviously I love a lot of those kind of shows, but then again, especially in the past few years, they've replaced them with shows that I just do not think are very interesting. I know, like, many people might say, you know, some people use the argument, maybe you're, like, too old for Nick or whatever, and I'm like, excuse you? I'm like, no, like, obviously, I just know super bland shows when I see them, that's all. I'm just like, obviously, I love so many, like, Nick shows. I'm just like, put Drake and Josh next to, like, Game Shakers, for instance. I'm just like, it doesn't matter, like, when you were born or whatever. It's just like, in my opinion, I'm just like, Yeah, Drake and Josh is just a lot funnier. I genuinely think the network has just been on a decline in terms of the programming they create, but it's like, that is just my opinion, but I'm like, yeah, I mean, not to throw shade or whatever, but yeah, I'm just saying. So yeah, the smallest point I had, like I said, was just that the programming has switched, and they kind of have stopped playing a lot of the shows that I feel like really drew original fans of TeenNick to TeenNick. Like, they stopped playing Ned's Declassified, they stopped playing Big Time Rush, they stopped playing Big Time Rush, guys. No, they generally don't play like Zoe 101 or Drake and Josh unless it's on like NickRewind. Yeah, they don't play Unfabulous anymore, which I bet you all didn't remember even existed. I bet you. They don't play Marty's Haberdashery anymore, you guys. Do you remember Marty's Haberdashery? What a classic show, yo. Marty's Haberdashery was my favorite show on the network, and I'm just like, they've stopped playing a lot of the classics, and instead they've just played like a lot of these shows that have just been canceled recently. And then once those shows get too old, like, they just cycle those out as well. So I'm like, it doesn't really even seem like they know what they really want to be as a network anymore, because they've really just done everything to try and still keep cool with the kids right now. And it's like, yeah, no. But here's my big point, though. The fact that there's just nothing new anymore on there. It seems like anytime there's new programming on TeenNick, say like the Kids' Choice Awards or just anything, it's programming that can be watchable on the main network. It's like, you don't need to go to TeenNick to watch that when it's going to be on Nick as well. And I just think, yeah, that really just kind of sets a poor precedent for the network, because like, there used to be like a whole bunch of new stuff on TeenNick if you weren't aware. If you were watching TeenNick, say in 2011, 2012-ish, there would be like all sorts of like shows that you wouldn't be able to find on other networks. Like, they used to have these like drama shows. They used to have a whole bunch of like Degrassi and stuff, new episodes of that, or old episodes that they would try and say are new, you know, I don't know. They would have other comedy shows on there that you wouldn't be able to find on Nick. They used to run this show called Life with Boys, and like, y'all know that you probably can't even find that anymore. You may not even knew that existed. What my point is, they had exclusive things there to TeenNick. You know, it really made them feel like a real network. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just something that just plays just constantly old things. And I know some networks really kind of build their name off. A channel like TV Land, for instance, they don't really, you know, play a whole bunch of new things. But the point is, you're there just to watch like a whole bunch of classic old shows, which is, you know, cool, like, it's fine. But I'm like, TeenNick used to have so many cool things. They used to have like a countdown show for music called TeenNick Top 10. They used to have, you know, just, I don't know, it felt a lot more just relevant. Now they don't really have that many like even Acme commercials like they used. Oh my god, I used to get so annoyed that they would have like the Crazy Frogs back in the day beg me to buy a $10 ringtone for, you know, a cell phone that I didn't even have back in the day, you know? I feel like all these Acme companies and these like cell phone companies, or all these ads, are just moving to like YouTube or TikTok or something like that, because obviously that's just like faster, cheaper entertainment that, you know, is more accessible, to where like this stuff, like, I understand no one wants to wait for like a 4-minute, you know, commercial break anymore. Like, that sucks, you know what I'm saying? 4-minute ad breaks on TV are the worst in 2020, you know? And I totally understand why, like, yeah, the network really has just become, like I said, no new content, plus just a lot of the same things you could find on Nick or whatever, or you can find, like, you know, on, say, streaming services. It's just like, what is even the point of watching? I don't understand. And like I said, I'm not trying to hate, because obviously I love the network. I love TeenNick. I still like to watch it because, you know, like, you know, occasionally Victorious is on, iCarly, and, you know, Sam and Cat I can enjoy. It's not like it's an awful network that I never watch anymore, but I would totally understand if they would decide to just pack TeenNick in one of these days. Like, I would say in the next 5 years or so, I bet you wouldn't have Nicktoons, you wouldn't have TeenNick. You might still have Nick Jr., because like that's still pretty popular, I think, but you wouldn't have, yeah, a lot of these like other Nickelodeon networks. You'd probably have the standard Nick channel, if only for SpongeBob, and just the Nick Jr., and that's the unfortunate thing. It's like, TV is unfortunately dead, so it does kind of suck. I do kind of feel, though, for the people over here running this network, and they're probably wondering why more people aren't watching, and it's just like, well, it just isn't what it used to be, you know what I'm saying? That's all there is. I know I'm so young, I shouldn't be even saying things like that, I shouldn't even be saying it isn't what it used to be, but I'm just like, for the network itself, not me or anything. Like I'm good, y'all. But I'm like, for the network itself, it's not the same. It's a changed network, and I just think a lot of people just have kind of moved past that. They don't really care about watching this network anymore that just kind of just plays the same old stuff. I think that's really what it is, you know? There just isn't enough exciting, fresh, or new about it anymore like there used to be, you know? There used to be. That channel used to be like, man, oh, that channel used to be like a nonstop party, man. But, yeah, it's not the same anymore, but... Alright, but that was my video on the network of TeenNick, guys. I hope you enjoyed that, my little discussion on that. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Comment down below what you think of TeenNick. Do you still watch it these days? When's the last time you've watched TeenNick? Or whatever, you know? And I'll see you guys next time on LegendBTV. Bye!